That's 7 or 2 from the rail. We've got a field of 7 in behind the gate. Gathering speed here. They come to the start. Gap slightly inside. PL Spencer. Away they go. They're off and trotting. Galen Urso leaves well on the inside. There's Southwind Caspian driving forward, as is Gap Chronos. In behind is landing on time. PL Spencer, LMC Wagon Wheel, and Cover Band. McNair's going to push on here and take over the lead to the opening turn with Galen Urso. It's Galen Urso on top. Ratchford and Southwind Caspian will pocket up. Gap Chronos still on the outside, looking for a seat. Will now settle into the 3-hole ahead of PL Spencer fourth. Landing on time, parked out in 5th right now. Then it's LMC Wagon Wheel next to last in 6th. And the trailer 7th, Cover Band. 27 into the opening quarter. Everybody's got a seat. Single file racing up to 3/8. Galen Urso chops it early on. Southwind Caspian, the closest pursuer. Gap Chronos trots 3rd. PL Spencer in 4th, and landing on time, LMC Wagon Wheel and Cover Band. Still no movement as we come up to the half with Galen Urso at 29-1, showing the way over Southwind Caspian. Gap Chronos here, a first up out of 3rd. PL Spencer will catch that cover. They're halfway home in just 57 seconds. It's Galen Urso with the lead. Gap Chronos on the outside takes over 2nd. Southwind Caspian to the inside 3rd. 2nd over 4th is PL Spencer. 5th and about 6 or 7 off the lead right now is landing on time. Then it is LMC Wagon Wheel. Saving ground is Cover Band. Galen Urso out to a 2-length lead and still with a strong hold to McNair. 124-4, 27-4. Pick up a speed there, and they swing off the last turn and into the stretch. And it's Galen Urso on top. Southwind Caspian. Gap Chronos in the center of the track. PL Spencer trying to get a rally going, as is landing on time. LMC Wagon Wheel and Cover Band. It's Galen Urso still with a lead of 2. Gap Chronos. Here's landing on time, starting to make up some ground, but Galen Urso at the jump, and Galen Urso pulls off the upset. Landing on time was 2nd. LMC Wagon Wheel finished in 3rd. 153 for Galen Urso.
Well, you were really keen on those equipment changes, Randy, the moment they came in. I know you had this cold slotted highly, in terms of this elimination. Doug was all systems go, and nobody could catch him.
Completely different style of racing that we've seen him in quite a while, where Dougie just went to the front and said, okay, let's go. Now, that being said,
Southwind Caspian. Gap Chronos in the center of the track. PL Spencer trying to get a rally going, as is landing on time. LMC Wagon Wheel and Cover Band. It's Galen Urso still with a lead of 2. Gap Chronos. Here's landing on time, starting to make up some ground, but Galen Urso at the jump, and Galen Urso pulls off the upset. Landing on time was 2nd. LMC Wagon Wheel finished in 3rd. 153 for Galen Urso. Let's meet him up close. Winning his Good Times Stakes elimination. Punching his ticket to that final and assuring a good draw on the gate is number 3, Galen Urso, with his bounce-back effort here this afternoon for the 3-year-old Bay Colt by Green Manalishi. Out of the Conway Hall Dam Wagon Princess, bred by Marcus Melander, owned by Brad Grant. Greg McNair, the winning trainer. Doug McNair, the winning driver. Galen Urso down the road to score the 2nd win of the season in 4 tries. Now a 5-time winner overall. His latest, a lifetime best, 153. It's Galen Urso in the Good Times ELIM.
All right, we're down in the winner's circle following the first elimination for the Good Times, and Doug McNair is with me after guiding Galen Urso to the 153 flat score. And Doug didn't get a lot of respect this horse this afternoon, 29-1, but a horse that's been a pretty consistent performer. Talk about the last start coming into today, because I guess a lot of people just kind of wrote him off.
Yeah, they kind of got away from him in a hurry. He won the SBOA final, a tough trip, and last week, our guys in front of us were going absolutely nowhere. And I mean, he's not the type of horse you can jam up the whole way and expect him to sprint home in 26. So I mean, I wasn't expecting him to win, but I didn't expect him to be 30-1 or whatever his odds was. I thought 3 or 4-1. I thought he fit okay with these horses.
Yeah, and like I said, he's made quite a bit of money already here in Ontario and proven in the Ontario Sire program. Here, a Grand Circuit ELIM winner this afternoon. Take us through the trip. That 2nd quarter, though, you were able to back things down a little bit and felt like that ended up kind of being the winning play.
Yeah, he was a little aggressive getting out there. It's the first time he had the closed bridle on this year so far, but I figured one of the favorites, either Aki or James, would have covered him up, and when they left him alone, we let him buzz the 3rd quarter, and he did the rest from there. So it's exactly how Brad Grant shaped it up.
I knew you were going to give him a shout out there. Well, good purchase for Brad Grant. Came on as the owner recently and gets a win in the ELIM, and now heads into the final. Best of luck next week.
All right, thanks, Mark.
All right, Doug McNair, Galen Urso in the first Good Times.